Hello.
Welcome back to the Bible Study Girl podcast. It's been a while, guys, but I'm glad to be here. This is Sarita. You probably know me as the Bible Study Girl. And that first voice you heard was the executive producer of this podcast, Bible Study Brother.
It is I, Bible Study Brother, but I'm also known as Icarus Gray, or Red Gray Area Anime. But this is the most wonderful podcast of your day that is accompanied by a YouTube channel that is down in the description that you guys need to go to so you can see all of the lovely content for the purpose-driven life going on right now as Bible Study Girl goes through a daily walk with the purpose-driven life, and it has been like exceptional. I've been very blessed by Rick Warren's book, and I just wanted to make sure that you guys are checking it out as well daily.
You're not going to shout out your album? You over that? You off that?
Oh, you mean the album Gray Matter that's out right now with appearances from you on all of your DSPs, your disc serving providers? Oh, I had not forgotten. I just was waiting for the alley-oop there. Thank you, Dunk. So also go and check out my album. But most importantly, because that's going to be the soundtrack for your summer. But what you're watching with your soundtrack for the summer will be the Bible Study Girl YouTube channel. Again, go down in the description. Go subscribe. Run those numbers up. I believe that YouTube may have actually changed their partnership numbers, so I'm just telling you guys, there's some great things coming.
All right, I'm so excited that he's so excited about the YouTube channel. That's all I have to say about that. I am excited that I do have an opportunity to share my faith in a different way for me, which is the YouTube channel. I know I've shared before, but I will continue to say it is not a space of comfort for me, but it's something that I have to make a decision every day. Am I going to do what the Lord told me to do, or am I going to stay in my comfort zone and in what's comfortable for me? And so I make that choice every day while I'm going through this purpose-driven life book to document that journey in a visual format. And it has blessed me. And my prayer is that it reaches you, it blesses you, that it touches relevant points in your life, right? And I'm not just talking into empty space and open air. And I have said to myself that even if nobody else ever watches it, it is a wonderful journal to look back on, to see how I was looking, some years down the line, how it was sounding. And it really gives me a good visual reference to my life. It is the blog matured into a, I guess, semi-fake vlog format.
Semi-fake. Well, it's a vlog. I mean, it's the blog maturing into a vlog. So,
Right. And the blog is still thriving. You can head over to biblestudygirl.com. We used to have a tagline where we would say you get new content every day. That's not true at this present time. But the content that is there, a lot of the content is evergreen. And I think you will still enjoy it. It is relevant. The articles or blog posts, they haven't expired.
They're articles from a woman much like Luke. I mean, not in the sense of you're not a doctor, but you're reporting on the goings on of your testimony, and it's very, very, very good.
Fun fact, when Tamika went to college, she was going to be an OBGYN, right? And because I idolized her so much, I was like, cool, we're going to be
Yo, bro.
And that dream changed for me when I got to college. Well, I had already decided on being an SOP, but it really was cemented for me in my first biology class that that's not what the Lord wanted for me. So I'm not a doctor, but at one point in time, I thought I was going to be a doctor that did hair on the weekends. I was an ambitious kid.
Yo. Now, I did tell y'all that Bible Study Girl was a dream stealer, and this is proof.
Yes, that's my origin story. I tried to steal my cousin's dream. of becoming a physician. So today is a little bit different. We've been stuck in blog recap land for a very long time. And I don't want to say stuck, but that has been a routine that's super comfortable for me because the content is already written and all I have to do is review what was already written. Baby, sign me up.
Not.
Sign me up. But doing purpose-driven life has put, I think, a new energy into me.
Oh, it put the bat signal up. I see.
Right. Some vim, some vigor. You don't want to be stale. You
No.
want to be relevant and current. And I believe what I say every time we do a blog recap is true. They're all relevant to me, even present day. They're great reminders for me of where I've come from, where I'm going, where I've been. But we're going to switch things up today, spice it up a little bit. And one of the things that I love to do is game. I'm a gamer. I remember my friend was having a baby. I was throwing her a baby shower. One thing that I like to do when I'm planning an event for somebody, I want the event to be a great representation of that person. That's in look, in the activities that we do, in the food we eat. I want you to walk away from the experience knowing what that person is, who that person is, like getting a good idea of a person. That's even true. Like when I was working on our cousin's wedding, me and Tamika called that wedding the 2 fish and 5 loaves wedding. Baby, we didn't have a lot, but the little that we had, honey, didn't God multiply that thing and bless it? You wouldn't know that we had $100 for that wedding. It was a little bit more than $100, but not much. So anyway, with all that, I personally like for an event to, say who somebody is. And part of that is the games. What are we going to do? What's the event? So my friend, I will ask, so what do you want to do? Like what kind of games do you have in mind? Like what would be fun for you? And she says to me, I want to do a scavenger hunt. Okay, at this point in time, I'm like, okay, pause.
Oh, I forgot all about that.
I'm like, okay, pause. You want a scavenger hunt at a baby shower? It's not been done before. But you know what? It made perfect sense for my friend. You would have a scavenger hunt at your baby shower. And crafting a scavenger hunt for the baby shower was my first time tapping into my gaming, like from scratch. That was my first time tapping into my gaming from scratch, right? Not a board game. This is me creating a whole complete experience. My abilities have grown as time has gone on, and I have crafted the most amazing games. I'm not one to toot my own horn, but I will say this. If you have come to a party of mine that I personally threw, you cannot leave saying you did not have a good time. We get down with the get down. We laugh hard. I think, have had some of the best experiences. Like I think back to my 29th birthday party, and were you there?
Which one?
My 29th birthday party. My cousin and her boyfriend were serving us from the kitchen. You might not have been there. Mama was there, though.
I was there for whatever reason. I don't know why. Well, it don't seem like a thing that I wouldn't have been there for, but I don't remember.
But you weren't there. I don't remember you being there. Uncle Chauncey was there, which is crazy to me that he was there, but you were not. So it was Mama, Uncle Chauncey.
Was I working?
And the BSGs. I don't know. Maybe you were at work. But my cousin and her boyfriend at the time were our servers. So they brought the food from the kitchen to the dining room for us. But we played so many different fun games. And this was the first time we ever played.
Oh, I was at work because I remember I got home because when you said cousin, I kept thinking of a completely different cousin.
Okay.
In terms of serving you. And I'm like, oh no, this was in the because they made, what did they make? There was mashed
They
potatoes.
didn't make the food, they just served it.
Oh, did I make the food?
No, you did not.
Are you sure? What did
I'm
you make?
100% positive you did not. Mama did, I did, you did not. So you
Whoa,
didn't.
whoa. Okay.
I'm just saying because you're like, yes, I
What did you?
executive chef did
What
it.
did? No, no, no. I didn't say I made everything. What did you make?
We had like chicken. It was nothing like. It was nothing.
I do remember this. It's just I had to work, and then I think I got home probably like later
Probably.
in the evening that day, and just like came in and like ate.
Yeah, but it was nothing like. I mean, it was good food, but it was nothing like. Ooh, I just like a look. Anyway.
Yeah, but I do remember this.
So this was the first time our family has ever played the freeze game. If you never played the freeze game, this game was pioneered at that birthday party. I found the game online and I was like, well, I'll give it a try. But this game has over the years, that was 11 years ago. This game has continued to delight my family. So let me tell you about the freeze game. I know you guys are like, where are you going with this? There's a purpose to the story, guys. Thank you for your patience. So the freeze game, it's like almost like tag for grown-ups, like in a reverse format. So you pick one person to be it, like you would in tag. So at some point, that person has to freeze completely, freeze their body movements. They're not moving at all. When you notice that person is frozen, you freeze as well. The last person to realize that everybody in the room is frozen becomes the new person that's it. Now, it may seem like it's not that fun. It may seem trivial. But when I say some of the biggest laughs we have had collectively as a family, it's from the freeze game. Honey, you have to give it a try. Give it a try with your family and your friends this weekend or today.
Or
It's best
any
I
point.
think it's best in a huge group.
Oh,
We
definitely
usually
best.
do it like at Thanksgiving, Christmas. We went some years without doing it, and then like we jumped other people in or like we're playing the freeze game.
What's the
And
freeze
it's
game?
right. What's the freeze game? And it is hilarious. The thing is, we play the freeze game in conjunction with other games, right? So we might be playing charades and the person that's it decides to freeze. Y'all.
How long it takes for the person that doesn't realize that we're freezing to realize that we're freezing in the middle of that game is the most hilarious thing in the world.
When I
Oh my
say
God. Wait. That was the first time playing the freeze game at that birthday party?
yes, that was the very first time I broke that game out and it has lasted for years. And man, it's
Was
great.
it no, that would have been Tamika's birthday party because as soon as you said that, I'm just thinking, oh golly, what was it? It was like
I didn't play it.
it
We've
was
started playing
no.
it a lot more
Hold on, because
frequently.
you gotta help me.
Okay.
Hold on. Is it what was it? Oh my God. It wasn't like jerk chicken, but it was a word that someone did not know how to say.
That's
Oh
what we
wait,
were playing.
no.
Wait,
Yeah.
listen, that's two different game stories. We were playing Cards Against Humanity, and that is a whole different. We'll
I
talk
almost
about
thought
that.
about the word. I couldn't remember the word.
We'll talk about that later because
Uh,
we use that phrase now. Just and everybody that was there will laugh because it was hilarious.
oh
Anyway, we're a
my
gaming
God.
family, so the whole point is freeze game hilarious. I like games, so that's the whole point of today. I like games, and I have crafted a little game for my brother and I to play during
Yes,
today's episode.
I've been very scared about whatever this is.
You've been nervous about the game,
Cause
brother.
you didn't set up some stories that I'm like, okay, am I gonna need to use any of these skills and or qualities to play this game?
I think you're always going to need to use your intuition, all that intellect you have. You're always going to need to use that. So recently, there was a game. It wasn't even a game, right? I sent a text message to my mom, my brother, and my sister-in-law asking a simple question. And so today, I'm going to give my brother some different options, and we're going to talk through why he chose what he chose. And the first question I'm going to ask him, brother, would you rather sing every time you speak or dance everywhere you go?
Well, thank you for asking me that question. I'll answer you this way. I'm not that good at dancing, so I'll sing every day. Yeah.
All right, I'm okay with that, guys, because shortly, hilarious. Y'all may not find it funny, but it's funny to me.
Oh, man.
I sent that text message, like I said, to mom, Bible study brother, and my sister-in-law, and asked them that question. And after that, my brother would call me, and you know what he would be doing? Singing.
No.
And you know what I would do? Hang up.
I tried to because I immediately called her. She texted in there because she hung up on me before the first time I called her, she didn't even pick up. She said, if you sing it, you going to end up on my list of people not to answer the phone for. And I said, well, what do you mean? I'm just trying to answer your question. So finally, she hung up on me for like 7 straight times, just as quickly as she possibly could. Because every time I said, well, I'm just trying to show you my choice. She rude. She is so rude.
You're sticking with that?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
So why did you choose that
choice? Cannot dance. I said it in my song. I'm not going to say I cannot dance, but the amount of time that it would take to just be dancing everywhere, like, cool, yeah, I'm in shape or whatever, but I would much rather just sing everywhere, man. Like, maybe my voice gets a little bit better, and then, like, it becomes a thing. People get famous on TikTok for everything, like, and that's why. Because I just want to, I just want the easier road. That's easier to me. And I sing all the time anyway. I think you're froze, and I didn't even notice it because the way in which you froze was so immaculate. So I'm gonna like banter on, because the internet is acting against us right now. But I'm so glad that what we've decided to do is play Would You Rather. Because that is a very fun game that is very near and dear to our hearts. She knows how I get about hypotheticals. And in most hypothetical situations, my sister knows that I will go all the way overboard with them because I'm thinking about, well, why did you think this way that you thought? And if we were in this situation, now I know how you really think about me and what you think I would do with this. So, yeah, it's just the easier route of the two for me. And she's back. See, I did great.
I am back. Very good job filibustering. I don't know what you said, but I sure appreciate your ability to continue to talk. That gift of gab came in handy again. Brother, I had difficulty with this question. Do I want to sing every time I speak, or do I want to dance everywhere I go? And you made some.
For a while, you used to. I don't understand why this wasn't easier for you.
Because I used to sing all the time?
Yes. Like, randomly, because, matter of fact,
Well, I'm going to tell you why I sing all the time, because life is a musical.
Again, why couldn't it be so it's only a musical and I can't, sing in it? Rude.
Okay, let me ask you this next question. Which of these things would you be most likely to believe about me? Okay.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Let's go.
That I'm pregnant, that I'm married, or that I got locked up? Like if somebody was to call you today with one of those three options, which one would you be like, seems
I
plausible?
know who of our close people. Shout out to our god sister who I saw this post from. Though I've seen this before. So I'm gonna do these in order.
Okay.
Now I know what you think your number one would be, and the number one for me is not I'm pregnant, but it is in fact you're married.
Really?
It's number one for me.
I'm curious as to why.
Because I feel like even though we've discussed number two and some amplifications that will make number two one of the easiest things in the world, crazy how number two, if it comes to pass, I cannot wait to tell that story. But yeah, because I still think you have more hope in the marriage than the secondary one. The secondary one, you're going through some options and you have all the options in the world. Third one of you going to jail, it's not that all of these aren't plausible.
So you think it's plausible that I would be
Oh, I know you don't want to go to jail, but it's all I know how plausible it is in terms of we got buttons and people have pushed buttons. Now we have gotten away from the habitual button pushers that would end us up in these situations. But it's plausible. Like, because I don't know how you act in behind your nieces, your nephews. I know how us both will act in behind our mama. Like, there's just places where God is still working.
right.
Like, and I know there are certain things that could end me up in a place that I don't want to be because I got mad and was like coming out trying to protect. Like, I know I can be the number three in behind you or somebody like that. But so to flip this on you, but yeah. So it's married first, then pregnant. Only because like I'm going outside the box. It just seems too easy to be like, yeah, I believe you. Unless this is a reveal podcast, in which case I'm just punch you in your throat later on. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't promote violence. But yeah. So
Spoiler alert, it is not a reveal podcast.
Okay.
I'm just curious. Like, okay, it's like, do you even know me? Why would I tell the world any of these three things?
I don't know, man. Look, you and God had a lot of conversations without me. I don't know how he's moving in your life in that way. So asking you the same question. I want to flip this on you. Out of those three, what's your and I guess one of them will be we're versus I'm. Oh no, you can't use those on me because technically
I definitely can't.
One of them you can take. Well, I guess it's between those two. Between
pregnant and locked up.
Yeah.
I would definitely believe that you were pregnant before I believed that you were locked up. Because it's like, why? Like, what is going on that has caused this man to get put in jail? Also, it's like baby season. You know what I'm saying? Spring has sprung. The bees are buzzing. So yeah, any day now I'm expecting you to call me and be like, you know what? I made it to the finish line.
True that. Well,
So that's the thing that would be most surprising to me. So I know it might seem weird and random to you, but one thing I love is fun. I love living a lighthearted life as much as possible. You and I both know that life can get so yucky and filled with impossible seeming choices, right? I mentioned the freeze game. We can encounter choices that cause us to freeze because we don't know what to do and we don't know where to go. We don't know where to turn. But at the end of the day, we still have to make a choice.
That just is like hilarious. I just never realized God has a sense of humor. We kept talking about the freeze game and you froze earlier.
Right. But even with the freezing, you had a choice to make. You could have chosen to end the podcast, try to put it back together in a different, format, or you could just keep going. He's frozen now, guys, like fake frozen. It really makes me sick. We have those opportunities when we're faced with decisions that are not necessarily fun or lighthearted. It's still fake frozen, bro. Like you're not as still as you believe you are. Oh man, I wish if the video party was up, you would have been able to see this man. The second freeze you did was much more realistic, and then when you got going out, it's really good. But it's not. He has the red in the face trying to trick me. But the whole point is that life can leave us frozen, and we don't know which way to turn. Joe is still not working. I felt led to say, we can make good choices. We can make good choices, even in bad situations when life is hard and rough and tough. And sometimes even when neither choice or either choice seems good, we can still make a good choice. And that's me talking to myself. My brother was talking about choices that I have to make and decisions that I have and options that I have. And I sat and I talked with my therapist and really figured out that the ultimate choice that I want to make is the choice that's going to please God. And that means sitting myself down somewhere and just being still, and being frozen in a place that feels frozen. But ultimately, that's me trusting God with whatever he wants to do in my life. It's up to him. And we can have a myriad of choices, but the one choice that makes the most sense is the choice that we should do whatever God wants us to do. I'm a gamer. I like to have fun. I love life. I just needed a more lighthearted episode to talk about a real life issue and a real life circumstance for me personally, that I have to trust God in everything. So how did I do producing this episode, my dear?
You did great. Filibuster for a little while longer. I'm setting something up.
Oh, okay. Well, betwixt the two of us, who's not a great filibusterer? It's me, the introvert girl that does not want to have to talk very long. Me taking the reins for this episode really was stepping outside of my comfort zone, because I typically don't do that. I'm always wanting my producer to produce, you know what I'm saying? To come to me with some show ideas so I could take my red pen and X them, no, or put a big check mark and a smiley face on it.
Which we used to do. I need to go back and we need to have another idea session where I write down everything and then we just check them off.
All right. I check it, or I say, that don't sound like me. But like I said earlier, doing this purpose-driven life journey has re-energized me. It's revitalized me, and it's pushing me to do what Christ called me to do, not to sit in what's comfortable for me, because comfortable for me is not being on this podcast. But he wants me to do the podcast for a reason. So I am stretching. Did I filibuster long enough?
You did. So okay. It is now time for a Would You Rather quickfire.
Oh my goodness.
Would you rather have the ability to see 10 minutes into the future or 150 years into the future?
I don't do good with rapid fire, but I'm going to say 150. I don't need to know 10 minutes ahead. I think it's going to ruin me, make me super anxious.
150 ain't? Because I guess just because in your mind you're like, I'm
I ain't
not going to be here.
150.
Okay, yeah, I saw that.
But the 10 minutes ahead, I don't need that in my life.
All right. Would you rather labor under a hot sun or extreme cold?
Cold for me all day, baby, every day, because I'm a hot natured person and I tend to exist and I live in a state with as little clothing as possible. So being in an extremely hot environment just would not be good for me. I'd rather be cold because I feel like I'm insulated like a bear. You know what I'm saying? I got all these layers and I'd be like,
Okay. Here we go. Would you rather be an extra in an award-winning movie or the lead in a box office bomb?
lead me up, baby, because I'm getting that paycheck,
In a box
whether
office bomb, like the movie did
box.
terrible.
I don't care. My check has cleared, baby. Extras get paid like what? Out of you can I won't be offended. Like, yeah. Bomb. I bomb in many instances in life. I have a quick story of a bomb. It's not really a bomb, but I thought about it this morning randomly since you talk about being in a box office production.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was in high school, I was in Cinderella. I was the evil stepmother, right? So mama
Mm-hmm.
had to go rent me like period dresses, like Bridgerton type.
I would not have remembered. Like, I remembered coming to this play, but I don't remember you being evil because probably in my mind, I was just like, my sister's amazing. And I probably thought you were a good person.
Probably, but my what do they call it? I don't
Corset.
know. I can't think of the name for it. I hate when that happens to me. So anyway, the whole point is so I had to wear these big, fancy Bridgerton type dresses. Mama got them from the costume
Oh, I
shop.
got a great one.
And so I remember getting on stage, and I don't know why I came on mine this morning, maybe because you were going to ask this question today.
Mm-hmm.
I get up on the stage and I hear somebody yell, like, hey, Kool-Aid, because my dress was yellow and I was a big girl and it hurt my feelings. But did I stop being the evil stepmother? No. And I want to know where that loser is today.
Oh, my
I
Lord.
bombed, but I also succeeded because I finished performing in the play. Go ahead.
You definitely did. Okay. Being the reader that you are, but also the eater that you are, would you rather get a paper cut every time you turn a page or bite your tongue every time you eat?
Paper cut me because books are on audio, books are on my phone. Am I still gonna get paper cut when I turn the page on my phone?
I mean, probably not, but you engage with like papers and stuff a lot.
Not really. My job is at home. I work on my computer.
Hmm.
I do engage in paper when I'm like writing in my journal and stuff, but I like to eat too much. Like I like to eat too much to be up here hurting. Would it help me to lose weight? Absolutely. But I don't want it that way, bud.
Girl. Let's see. Oh no, these are all just weird. Would you rather be able to take back anything you say or hear any conversation that is about you?
I want to hear any conversation that is about me. Over the years, I have started to learn to bite my tongue and to not say everything that I think. But
Mm.
I do want to know what people are saying about me. They always say people are talking about you in rooms that you ain't even in. And I want to know what y'all saying.
Okay. Last one.
It's going to make me treat you bad, and Jesus going to have to help me. But
I
I
sure
want
was
to,
like, you don't need that power.
because, I can get real. Mm-mm. But I want to know. Do you want to know?
No.
Okay, you
Like,
don't.
cause I'm gonna have to see you. In them places where I'm like, like, and granted, it could be 30 people all saying great things about me. But if it's the 31 and it's that one, I've been waiting to know that you was doing the thing or saying whatever behind my back. Yeah, I'm gonna have to see you. I'm gonna have to see you. And don't let it be, like somehow they made it in conjunction about us as a unit. Nah, yeah, we fighting. All right. Now, would you rather have unlimited battery life on all of your devices or have free Wi-Fi wherever you go?
Unlimited battery life. I'm a person, I don't have to have Wi-Fi. Like when we go on the cruise ship and people pay for Wi-Fi, I don't need it. I will just enjoy my vacation. I have my games that I can play on my phone without my Wi-Fi. But I like my battery on my phone. And I know some people might be like, why would you need a phone without Wi-Fi? But again, those books can be downloaded on my phone and I can still read. And I do too much stuff to always have to worry about putting my phone on the charger. So I would like the unlimited battery.
And plus, like, we're that family who will, before we get out of the Wi-Fi, look for all games that can be played without Wi-Fi.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like, so I'd rather have the battery and not have to worry about getting it charged to me. Because I mean, you can get Wi-Fi in most places. There are very few places that you cannot. And if you don't, that means you don't need.
I would only say Wi-Fi if it's like the best, highest quality Wi-Fi. Because Wi-Fi anywhere doesn't really matter if it's not that great to begin with.
And this is true.
So if it's amazing Wi-Fi, I'm choosing that. Because then, like, I'm going to go over everywhere. And, it'll probably inhibit me from disconnecting. But my battery's going to die on stuff. So that's going to have me connecting more than, like, because if my batteries don't die on stuff, like on all my little devices and this, that, and the third, like, bro, I'm like, I don't know if that like includes like a PlayStation. Like now I don't have to have it plugged in. I can just play it from wherever.
No batteries. You are just electric.
So I'm never going to disconnect from stuff because I don't have to worry about my phone down. Like I'm just like, there are times where your phone has to charge and you have to put it away from you. That like gets me away from being all stuck in my phone. So the Wi-Fi just seems more relevant, and I use Wi-Fi on less devices in regards to like that I would be taking with me. So yeah, I had to think about that. But yeah, this was fun. I didn't know what you were gonna hit me with.
You had no idea. And I'm gonna say this and then we're gonna end the episode. But
yeah,
one thing that is very true of my personality is like if you are really close to me, you never know what I'm gonna say. Never know what I'm gonna do.
And it could be great or it can be like, what is wrong with you?
And I was like, I'm laughing because I was talking to my bestie about, I was telling you I had decisions to make and stuff. And talking to my therapist about it and stuff. And she was like, do you think your therapist is like, before you come in, like, I don't know what this fool is.
I'm sure by this point, yeah. And I think it shows by the general, like, overall investment in you. Because there is a genuine investment. There's still the professional side, but there is like a real deal, like care and concern. And that's just because of how extreme you are. So here's what I want to do.
I'm always like, I can either do this thing or this one. And he's like, well, those are pretty wild. I'm not, no, neither. How about Jesus? But okay, so here's what I want to do before we get into giving all of our little stuff away, because I know we've ran a little long, but this has been a fun episode. I want to do this again at some point, but I want you to make a game of would you rather, like biblical stuff. I thought about that.
Like,
I just haven't had to craft that because life has been busy, with your girl recording all these episodes every day for you,
man,
and working a full-time job,
man.
and
Hey.
And working a full-time job and like trying to maintain a household and working a part-time job and all those things. So I didn't have time to. Right. I didn't have time to craft that part, but I felt like this would be a fun way for us to like break it up a little bit and do something new and different.
Yeah, this was fun.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. I got some great laughs in. I'm goofy. So, yeah, satisfied. I can walk away.
I'm mad
full.
None of my freezes worked on you, but it's okay.
Yeah, none of them. And this would have been an even better episode if it was recorded. It still didn't work. I'm clearly aware that you're freezing. So maybe for the first episode that we put up on the YouTube page, that's like officially, because the 100th episode of our podcast is up in a video format on the YouTube page. Maybe for the by the time we get to doing regular podcasts, we can play freeze game occasionally. That'll be
Yeah,
fun.
that'd be hilarious for y'all to like see how we're trying to get each other and then joining in yourselves in some kind of way. Like, I don't
And
know how we would do that.
please play the freeze game with your friends at your next event. Like, I'm telling you,
Yeah. Let us know
right.
down in the, on the YouTube comments or hit us up on social media where you can hit us up. At the biblestudygirl.com page, there's blog posts. You got enough to where you can get about 2 or 3 years of content from just reading the
Every
blog post
day. Like,
alone.
you could read a new blog post every day.
You can hit us up on the socials at underscore Bible Study Girl on Instagram, at Bible Study Girl, the number 2 on Twitter. On our Facebook page, follow us. You'll be updated about the podcast, amongst other things there. You can contact us there for any guest inquiries, or if you just want us to like pray for you. But you can also send those same requests to the Bible Study Girl 2019 at gmail.com email. And man, just remember, guys, it's not like the Wi-Fi.
Oh, let me say this real quick. I'm
Okay.
gonna put. Sorry, I know you're in your spiel. I'm gonna do a quick advertisement though. If you want to talk about your faith walk, we are always wanting people to come on the podcast to talk with us. This is a safe place for you to talk about your walk with Christ, what it looks like, what it feels like, what it sounds like, just what it is. And I'm always interested to talk to people about their faith walk and talk with people about their faith walk. Or if you have a blog that you want to submit to the biblestudygirl.com website, we accept those submissions. You can send them on the Bible Study Girl Facebook page. You can send them through Instagram. You can send them through the Gmail, biblestudygirl2019 at gmail.com. You might be a person that wants to share your story anonymously on the biblestudygirl.com website, and we accept those submissions as well. And also, quick aside, speaking of the Bible Study Girl Facebook page and the Instagram page, since I've been posting reels more, I've been getting a lot more interaction with people. And I just want you to know that my brother does have access to those, and he will move you if you are speaking inappropriately.
Oh no, I see you, bro. Like just know if you start getting asked questions, man, might be trying to get the drop on you. But anyway,
Okay, go ahead.
you never know. But all right. Yeah, so remember that it's not with the left or it's not the left preaching or the right preaching, but we preach. That was a terrible dismount, but yeah.
It was, but I mean, you made your landing now. So until we meet again, guys, keep preaching.
Bye.
Bye.